Marvel fans, we wouldn't be here without you. Thank you so much. I can't wait for you to see the Marvels.
One of the first times we hear the word mutant in the MCU. So I know you don't show your cards, but I know how much you love the freaking X-Men. Is there anything you can say about how delicate that is to you and kind of what the plan is? When are we going to hear something?
I don't know if it's delicate. It's super exciting, but the X-Men are as solid and rich and great a concept and characters as exist. The return of the animated series next year, which we're very excited about.
Yes.
And I saw some new final episodes today, which really bring you back to that core of who the X-Men are and that soap opera that those characters represent. And then in live action, people will see, perhaps soon.
Yeah, we've had a lot of new characters enter the fold since Endgame. We could sit here for hours and talk about every single one, but you know what? Thank you for giving me that exclusive.
Yes.
Oh my God, Kevin, I knew I was your favorite. I'm just gonna pick one out of a hat though.
Okay.
Harry Styles, we saw him in the Eternals. It's been 2 years. Have you guys had any more talks? Are we gonna see him pop up again soon?
He's excited. We're excited. We will see. You introduce a lot of new characters in a lot of movies and a lot of tags.
Yes.
Yes. Where do the tag folk reappear? That's a good question.
Yes, and then there's this Taylor Swift as Dazzler rumor going around. There's just so much.
A lot of musicians.
A lot of musicians.
Yes.
We need, well, I was gonna say we need a Marvel musical, but we actually got one.
Rogers the Musical.
We got Rogers the Musical, so never mind. Okay, one specific thing I want to ask you that was in the headlines is this idea that some fallen Avengers could make their return. Anything you can say about that? I know this answer.
No? Is that the answer?
Yeah.
Fallen Avengers returning. Is that a new? I've not even seen that. Is that a new rumor?
Yeah, it was like one of the things that were talked about at this retreat where Scarlett Johansson and Robert Downey Jr. possibly returning at some point.
We did not discuss that at the retreat. He's the truth.
Okay.
We're doing a project with Scarlett. I love Robert. He's a part of the family. But in terms of returning, we'll have to see.
Okay, my final question for you. What's up with the Star Wars movie? Is it happening? I know that's like... Is it happening?
Any Star Wars movie?
Yours.
No.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good seeing you.
Good to see you.
In today's video, we are continuing our coverage on the Marvel Cinematic Universe. This week, we have the finale of Loki, followed by the release of Captain Marvel 2, aka The Marvels. So, yo, what is freaking good, YouTube? Warstu here with a video on the future of the MCU. Pretty cool week if you're a fan of Marvel. If you could, subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on, let me know. How is the Marvels going to go down? How is the Loki Season 2 finale going to go down? If you haven't already become a channel member for less than 99B, it really does tell me that you appreciate the content that I try to deliver on a daily basis. If you could, subscribe, turn notifications on, all that good stuff. If you could, check us out on Twitter or x.com/WarstuG. It's my smallest social media platform, so appreciate your follow over there. Also, if you could, check us out on Instagram at Warstu to see the beautiful face behind the beautiful voice. Right, let's get into it. So, Captain Marvel 2, the Marvels had their premiere last night in Los Angeles. I know I'm joking. It was actually in a very different place. Las Vegas, Nevada. I didn't know Marvel did premieres there. I knew Marvel did world premieres sometimes in England, sometimes in LA, mainly in LA, also in New York. I didn't know they did premieres in Las Vegas, Nevada, which is pretty interesting. So Fiege was there. They called it a special screening, but wherever Fiege is, that's generally where the world premiere takes place. And seeing as the actors can't be there due to a strike, due to them wanting consent to use AI to use dead people who used to be movie stars in movies, that's just creepy. Just like what they did in The Flash, CGI-ing Christopher Reeve, it's completely wrong. So, Variety posted a fake article this week, which has allegedly been debunked. It's basically been debunked. Even your boy Kevin Feige's debunking it. There's so much fake drama around Marvel at the moment. And what makes me laugh is your boy Warstu is a Marvel shill. No, I'm not. I cover a lot of content. Generally, I just cover what I'm interested in. So the MCU is dead. The MCU is dying. Yet these same kind of people have made 10 videos talking about how dead the Marvel Universe is. I hate to tell you this. If the Marvel Universe was that dead, YouTubers TikTokers would not make video and content around it because if it was so dead, no one would be watching it. So there's been a lot of hyperbolic fakeness going around Twitter about various things. Sure, I believe Robert Downey Jr. will return at some point, and Kevin Feige in the video clip I played before, I'm not sure how much they're going to play of it. He did say he's working on something with Scarlett Johansson for her to produce it, and he said he's not even had discussions with RDJ. Yeah, fake Twitter scoopers was like, yeah, Robert Downey Jr. is signed, Chris Evans signed. They've signed on to do Secret Wars, which is like 3-4 years away. I fully believe they're going to be doing that project. Sure, bro. But I don't believe they've signed on, and I don't believe he's going to come out and say that during an actor strike. Feige is very blunt. Usually, if there's some truth to what rumors are saying, he will float around the idea of the question, but he won't just come out and say no. Also, the fake Twitter scoopers are coming out saying that Feige's going to take over Star Wars. Really? You could tell right at the end of the clip I played. I've also tweeted it at Warstu G on Twitter. Feige looked like he was in pain when he said there's no truth to the Kevin Feige Star Wars movie. Feige loves Star Wars. He really does love Star Wars. But what does he love more? X-Men. He literally produced some of the X-Men movie over at 20th Century Fox. Do you really believe Feige's going to be gone after Secret Wars and he's not going to see the X-Men come into the MCU? Although, careful for spoilers, technically they come in the post-credit scene for said Marvels. So the responses to the first reactions for the movie that is Captain Marvel 2, aka Marvels. Firstly, you've got to take it with a pinch of salt because what these studios do, not just Marvel, a lot of other studios, they finesse you. They finesse you. Now, what I found out recently is this is standard England. I've been to no end of events in the UK. I'm allowed to say this. I've literally been to an event when I was finessed with champagne, caviar, and all this kind of stuff. And usually in England, you get a few alcoholic drinks. But I see a lot of the Twitter influencers on Twitter talking about how Disney was handing out free vouchers for alcohol. Do y'all not have the budget over in America? Because that is standard England. So the responses to the Marvel movie, very hyperbolic. You've got the people loving it, then you've got the people hating it. But then you've got to look at people that love The Flash, hated the Marvels, and The Flash was pretty bad. So it's like, yo, come on, lads, what response we taking here? So let's go over some of the responses. And it's also worth saying who it comes from. Also, you have to decipher what they're actually saying. Grace Randolph, The Marvels is short and sweet, plenty of laughs and action. I went in hoping it wouldn't be too bad and ended up with a smile on my face the whole time. Tons of surprises, big and small, not just the end credit. Avoid spoilers. Come on, Grace. Come on, Grace, my old buddy. You knew exactly what was coming. Another one. Eric Davis, the director of The Marvels, a great time at the movie. It was well placed, full of frantic, hilarious energy. I even liked it more than the 2019 one. This thing moves. The location swaps action is a blast. The end credit scene is shock face. I'm definitely a fan. And then it went on to say, the actress that plays Miss Marvel really does steal the movie. She does a good job adding that wide-eyed, holy cow humor to the story. It reminded me at times of Spider-Man Trip to Space in Infinity. Solid surprises, strong cast chemistry, unique action sequences, lots of kittens, and lots of breeze, runtime, and MCU win in my book. See, the thing with most of these reactions are, you knew the spoilers. I don't care what anyone says. They literally had the spoilers in the trailers, so I think it's a bit hyperbolic and a bit fake when people come out and say, it's surprises I didn't see coming. Come on now. At the Josie Marie, The Marvels is such a good time. It's the most fun I've had in the theaters all year. Iman is a show-stopping stellar. She's such a present while in the movie and does it have its narrative issues. And it's undeniable, hilarious, endearing, and delightful. You've got to take these reactions with a pinch of salt because the only reaction you should really care about is your own. So let's go over a few more. Like I say, some love it, some hate it. Some are being hyperbolic, some are being a bit over the top in terms of how good or how bad it is. And you've also got to look at who's saying it. Brandon Davis, his takes are usually cool, I guess. The Marvels is a fine MCU entry. Saying a movie's fine is cool. You don't have to say it's great. You don't have to say it's bad. Even if you dislike a movie, you don't have to on it. There is a way to do it where you know, a lot of people worked on the movie. Even if you don't like it, you don't have to say it's the worst movie ever. Carol, Kamala, and Monica are really great, especially together in a very creative action sequence. First 25 minutes really rocked, exciting MCU stuff by the end. Villain is forgettable. VFX very, both good, bad. Some scenes silly, didn't work. See, I like it when someone actually can criticize a movie, but still be like, it's okay, it's fine. At Andrew, who has literally no clout, and also you've got to, I say no clout, I'm actually trolling and joking, is sometimes you have to actually realize some of these people that are reacting to it are lying and haven't even watched it. Despite everyone on screen trying their best, the Marvels felt like it lost its battle in the editing room. Scenes don't flow into each other. You can't tell when the first act or second act begins. There's a few really dope scenes, but studio interference might be to blame. Oh, that's quite interesting. But like you say, I don't even know if these people have watched it. To be honest, unless they're posting a picture of them at the premiere, I've got no idea if any of these people have even watched it. So, Frosty from Collider, this is going to be such a positive review. Happy to report the Marvels is a blast. When everyone uses the word blast, it tells you they're being very hyperbolic. It's funny, fun, and the cast is so good together. Is it one of the best Marvel movies? ? No, but I had a smile on my face a lot. Definitely worth seeing in a movie theater. Also, the after credit scene is lit. Excited for the next one. What do you mean the next one? Deadpool 3 hasn't been filmed yet. Captain America 4 needs reshoots. So what do you actually mean? So now let's go over some negative ones, because these are, okay, one more positive, then we do some negative. At the Hollywood handle, the Marvels was such a lovely, surprising, decent, and delightful experience. The chemistry of the cast is out of this world. Well, apparently, according to behind-the-scenes drama, that was one of the issues. Kamala Khan and her family are definitely one of the movie's standouts. Dakota delivers a movie full of heart. The emotional beats are also great, especially during the final act. Interesting. Now, let's go over some negative ones, just because you can't show positive. Like I say, they are pretty mixed. So it's always interesting to look at what people say in response to this. Bear in mind the people who are responding to this haven't seen this. So instantly people are like, yo, this is your take. This means I'm going to love it. So Griffin, who is a verified reviewer, host of Film Speak. Yeah, he's approved on Rotten Tomato. He's an actual real reviewer. The Marvels is the justice level of bad. I don't know what the hell I just sat through. So many random threads, empty payoffs, a lack of any real emotion or character, tonal and a narrative. Jackson painting a season finale to a non-existent season of a television show mess. That's interesting. Then, of course, you read the comments, people are like, yeah, but you love The Flash. And then if you read this comment, it's like, well, at least those movies were coherent. So, I mean, they had 4 weeks of reshoots. So, and a lot of the comments do say that you don't know when the first act starts or the second act ends. So, like I say, I'm not going to judge a movie off other people's reviews, but it's funny when people go, oh, this dude liked The Flash, I'm going to love this. And it's almost to me like, because some people have a TikTok following or a Twitter following, that makes them a verified reviewer. No, being approved on Rotten Tomato makes you a verified reviewer. But what's stupid? Anyone can be a verified reviewer on Rotten Tomato. Actually, if you actually try and get credentials, you've actually got to review multiple movies. The problem with most early reactions and movie reviews of superhero movies is most people are just comic book hero fans. They don't actually watch real movies. Like most of them, you wouldn't have seen their reaction for Oppenheimer or any real movies outside of the comic book space. So that's why if you're going to go by reactions, you need to actually look who's reviewing it. So another one says, the Marvels is a mixed bag. Some call it fun, but may not blow everyone away. Miss Marvel is a gem. The power swap and team bonding were very good. This felt like a 60% Marvel movie, 40% Disney movie. It's not for everyone, but low expectations can help. Great post-credit scene. The Marvel's most confusing film in the MCU since, okay, this was someone called Rachel Reviews Movies and Theaters, Eternals and Maybe. Requires real homework. The ladies are fun and the cat scene is hilarious, but I was lost most of the time, which made it dull. The villain is terrible, skippable. Interesting. So Sean Chandler, verified Rotten Tomato critic, YouTuber, pretty cool dude. Let's see what he's got to say. The Marvels feels like 4 movies duct taped together with reshoots. When it's Miss Marvel Season 2, I had a lot of fun. The main plot feels like CM3, like it's a sequel to the movie we haven't seen, often hilarious, villainous weak, big chunks of the movie feel like they're missing. Interesting. Christina, entertainment journalist. The Marvels is the most fun I've had watching a superhero movie in a while. It's hilarious, action-packed, full of girl power. Kamala was a standout. So many moments surprised me. There was a great balance of the team while dropping shocking bombs that would change everything. So it's a very mixed bag when it comes to reviews. I mean, it's interesting. Like I say, you got to take these early reactions with a pinch of salt. And also you got to think, what agenda, I hate to be negative. Hey, you're not negative about Marvel, but you are about, well, I'm being negative now about Marvel, is you've got to think, what is the agenda of the person putting out this reaction? Are they doing it to Twitter bait you to get clicks because they pay for Twitter Blue and they want to make some money? Are they saying it's bad just for the sake of it? Or are they being honest? 9 out of 10 times, if they're actually a critic, a real movie critic that reviews real movies outside of the superhero genre, and then you've still got to take their... Basically, what I'm saying is it doesn't matter what the early reactions are saying because they are pretty mixed. And also, it is cool that Kevin Feige's debunked all them fake scoopers and the Variety article as well, which means trades don't mean anything because let's remember, the Snyder Cut never existed, but your boy Warstu said it did. You know who I'm on about. So I always take what trades say with a pinch of salt because I know better than scoopers, in my opinion, allegedly. So like always, guys, let me know. Are you excited to watch this movie? I'm going to be watching it very soon. I'll let you know what I think. I'll do an ending explained, even though it's going to be the exact same as the video we've already posted on the plot leaks because, careful spoilers, the plot leaks are actually real. So like always, guys, check us out on Instagram at WarstuGC. Check us out on Twitter, WarstuJ. And I'll catch you in another video, guys, very soon. Catch you later.